everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I'm filming this makeup look for you right here using the Sample Beauty and BETH Painter's palette. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I did use all matte shades today. If I can open you up, this is what it looks like inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. You've got a whole array of colours in there that I will get into as I go into the video. So if you'd like to kind of see my thoughts and opinions, feelings, emotions towards this palette, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. I look really funny because I've just put my base down and under my eyes, so around my eyes is like really one colour. So I've already done my brows. I use the Revolution Soap Brow with a little bit of the Folklore Chocolate Brow Pomade. I just went through the sparse areas. It doesn't look like it, but I just kind of filled in the ends a little bit. So let's get started. So I'm on a little bit of a time limit with this video because I start work in an hour and a half, but we can do this. So this is the palette right here. First of all, packaging feels like a sketchbook. I love that. Okay, so I'm just going to open her up and this is what it looks like. I will do a close-up shot for you now if this is not in focus. I can't work out if it is or not, but yeah, you have a rainbow selection of colours, which is very on kind of brand trend with Sample Beauty. And then you do have some like really gorgeous like smoky shades down here. I really want to do like a night owl look with this kind of like panel here, but I am going to be doing like the yellow pinks kind of tones today just because I really want to dip into Gemini. Of course, I am a Gemini and we love anything with a star sign on it, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also really inspired by this shade here, which is called Ibiza with that gold. I think that can make a beautiful like autumn fall kind of look, but I'm going to be focusing on this side of the palette today. So let's get started. I'm just going to pat that base in, make sure it's all nice and seamless. I'm very pink today. I've got pink top on, pink nails, pink vibes. Let's go. I'm gonna start. Do I want red? Do I? No, I'm gonna start with the shade Jojo, which is this hot kind of, yeah, hot pink right here. And I'm going to pop that into the crease as our first kind of like transition shade. This palette does come with a mirror, but just because I got this, got a Morphe mirror, how cool. I'm going to use this and also it's just easier on camera. So I'm taking it on a Morphe M456 brush, which is kind of like a small definer brush. I'm just going to start by smoothing out that Louise base, making sure there's no creasing. Okay, I don't have any tape on just because I've been doing tape for so many of my looks, so I'm just going to attempt to do kind of like a smokier outer corner. This might go out a little bit, but that's fine. So, whoa, that is pigmented. I'm just going to start by pressing that on the outer kind of edge in like a little line, and then I'm going to bring it in towards the middle of just like above the crease. And then a little bit like in the crease. Push that in. This is very pigmented. I can already tell this will like stain my eyes, but that's kind of what you get with pigmented like pink shadows. I'm just pushing that in, wiggling my brush a little bit just to kind of start diffusing it. That's pigmented. And I am going to take that all the way through to the inner corner. I'm just deepening up the crease, just adding more product. Super pink, I love it. I'm now going to take the shade Pumpkin, which is this orange colour, as the name would suggest, right here. Very on trend with the month of October. So I'm just going to start by blending. Yes, sorry, I like rethought everything I was doing. I'm gonna blend that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna reblend that. I'm gonna put it above the pink. It's what I'm trying to like get out. I'm taking it on a Primark 230 blending brush. It's because I'm strapped for time. My head's a little bit like. I'm just going into the shadow, and I'm gonna start on the outer corner and just go like almost like on top of the pink a little bit, and then also pull it out a little bit as well. I feel like I should have done that the other way around. Can't change it now though, can we? So let's just keep going. so pigmented. Okay, I definitely feel like I should have done that the other way around because this shade on the skin is definitely a little bit pinker than it is in the palette. I don't know if it's because I'm putting it on top of the pink, but I thought it would be more orange, but that's fine. I'm also going to pull that out a little bit, which is why I didn't want to use the tape. I wanted it to be more kind of diffuse on the outer edge. I love this part of like a crazy makeup look because you kind of look like a bit like a superhero. I'll take it. And also in one of my recent videos I mentioned that I was going to the cinema. That makes me very sad when I edited it because now the news about Cineworld has come out. I'm a Cineworld Unlimited member who is very upset that she can't go to the cinema. Just thought I would tell you that useful piece of information. Okay, so I definitely should have done it the other way around, but it's fine. We will prevail. Now I'm finally going to go into Gemini, which is the bright yellow in the palette right here. And I'm taking it on a Peaches Makeup PC47 brush, which is a skinny blending brush. And I am going to blend that on top of the pumpkin shade and hopefully kind of add something to this look. Then I'll go back through the colours later on. But so far, so good. Just as I expected, the colours are super pigmented, and I feel like Sample Beauty's launches tend to get better and better as they go on. So yeah, I'm super excited for this palette really. And I definitely want to do like an olivey khaki look. I'll put that on my filming planner. Okay, yeah, that's definitely adding what I want it to. So I'm just gonna smudge that right above the pumpkin shade, blending it down. And yes, I will have yellow under my brow bone, but I feel like this is a creative look. We're rocking it. Pulling that out towards the temple as well, and then right on like the inner section here, can't forget that. With shadow, I feel like there was a time where people would just do like brown transition shimmer on the lid. I used to do that all the time. Like I used to just blend like a MAC shade, I forget what it was called, it was a soft brown or something, like into the crease and then just put like a coloured shimmer and then wonder why it didn't look as good as it did on Instagram. That's why, because you need to put colours through the crease and it makes so much sense. I feel like makeup these days has just transformed massively, which goes without saying with a release of a palette called the Painter's Palette. People are understanding like colour theories and like just being adventurous and trying out colour rather than just like a shimmer and a neutral on the lid. And I'm all for it. All for it. There's nothing wrong with the shimmer on the neutral on the lid. Just wanted to point that out before anyone gets upset. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying I'm excited to see people being adventurous with makeup, you know? So yeah, that looks super beautiful. I'm very happy with that. It did look a little bit of a hot mess for a second, I won't lie. But you just gotta keep going with these things. And then I'm just going to go back through the colours just to re-intensify them. So I'm going back in with Jojo just to re-intensify that kind of shade. We can always touch up this section later on. Then going in with Pumpkin, putting it right in the middle of this blend. I feel like I need to deepen up the crease a little bit. I wish you could live vote, that would be really cool. I will do more lives one day, just life is just hectic at the moment, maybe one day. And then I'm just going back in with Gemini, the yellow shade. Okay, I really feel like I need to deepen up the crease a little bit, which is a good thing because it means I'm using more of the shades. So I am going to take quite a dense brush. This is the Peaches Makeup PC22 brush, and I'm going to take the shade Cadders, which is this one right here, which is like a deep burgundy purple, I want to describe it as. And I'm going to take that and run that through the crease all the way across. I just feel like I need to add some kind of depth to it a little bit. I'm just going to start by pushing that in just so it doesn't go everywhere, and then doing the same kind of like smoky liner almost, just kind of pressing that in, just following sort of the lash line upwards, dabbing that in, and then kind of pushing that into the crease. Yeah, that's better. I feel like I've just kind of added some depth. I've not even finished blending and I'm like, that looks so much better already. I'm just going to start blending that in to the crease and like blending it in with the other colours as well. That is a really nice kind of sunset vibe. That's so much better. I just feel like it needed some depth to it. now I'm going back in with Jojo, which was the hot pink, and I kind of covered it up, so I'm just going to re-intensify it by going just kind of over the edge of this dark purple and then pulling it out, just kind of bring back that pink. I'm not going to re-add in the pumpkin shade, but I am going to re-add Gemini just to kind of finish off this blend. They look a little bit crazy, but I am happy with the blend. It is a progress makes perfect or trust the process kind of situation today. So I'm going to take some cotton buds and just cut the crease. Start to cut the crease, and I'm going to take it about like 2/3 of the way across, pushing into the socket to about there, 2/3 of the way across, and then put it down, and then take the dry side. Then I'm going to take this brush from Peaches. This is the PC40, and I'm going to use it to cut my crease with my P. paint if I can find you. So I'm just going to pop it in the areas that I just got rid of the shadow. The thing is, you could just put the P. base on like the upper crease section, but it's just kind of difficult to just keep it on that section, so you do end up wasting a little bit of product, but it's fine. So I'm just going to start by tapping that on. Might need a little bit more actually. So now it's time for the lid. Part of me, just kind of lost the palette there. Part of me wants to go in with Gemini, which is the yellow, like on the inner corner, then the orange, then the purple, so it's like a matte smoke. Part of me wants to go in with a shimmer just because I kind of feel like I should. I mean, there's only 3 shimmers in the palette, and that one to me I feel like is ideal, like night out vibes. I love these kind of like burgundy cranberry shades on my green eyes for a night out. The gold is also gorgeous. The silver probably I won't touch because I'm really not a silver eyeshadow kind of person. I just feel like it washes out my eyes. So do you know what? No, I'm gonna go in with the yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with the yellow because I feel like that's what I want to do, and this is just me playing around with the palette. So I will eventually do another look, and I'm going to use that gold martini shade with the dark deep olivey green at some point, so make sure you are subscribed. Okay, so I'm going to take the shade Gemini on a flat shader brush. This is a MAC 242. I've had this for years, like all of the like text has come off, and I'm just going to start by pressing this on to the inner corner, trying to be as neat as possible. The yellow isn't picking up as much as it is when I blended it out. Maybe it would have worked better on like one of the yellow bases or like a white base. It's not bad at all, just I'm having to layer it up a little bit, but to be fair, that kind of goes with a lot of yellow shades. Okay, that does look really cool, doesn't it? I like it. I like that a lot. Press some of that more on. Okay, it's covering about half of the lid. I just felt like Supergirl just then. I used to play a game called Injustice, and there's a scene where she like blows everywhere, like to get attack and stuff. Anyway, and there was just dust all over the palette from the shade Gemini, and I just blew it and I felt really powerful. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to take is the orangey kind of shade. So I'm going to take the shade Pumpkin, which is this one right here, on a Peaches Makeup PC52, which is a really nice kind of dense-ish flat shader brush. This is a really nice brush actually. Just going to take that there and just kind of pop that like directly down the middle of the eye. So part of it will mix like a lighter orange where it's going on top of the yellow, and then part of it's going to be that nice deep orangey shade. Taking that right to the top of the crease, trying really carefully just to make that as neat as possible. Then just overlapping that yellow, just kind of like a little, almost like feathery motions. Then I'm going to go back to Cadders, which is the dark purple. I feel like there's not enough room for me to go in with the pink, so we're just going to go straight in with the purple. I'm just going to fill in that kind of blank space and then also put it in like a smoky liner, just in little like patting motions. Sure, there's actually barely any fallout underneath my eyes. I could have done this over the top of foundation. See, this is the thing, I don't ever like to like just risk doing it on top of foundation, so I always do my eyes first. But it's good to know which palettes that you can use on top of your like already done base, because some of them have loads of fallout and some don't, whereas I don't have any fallout like underneath my eyes at all. I'm now just, again as always, just go back over the colours just one more time on the lid. Very like summery look when it's autumn. Okay, I actually really like that. I'm just going to pop some shadow on the lower lash line. So I'm taking the shade Cadders. Of course, the dark purple. I've already got a little bit of the base underneath my lower lash line. I'm just going to push that in. Taking it about 2/3 of the way across. To be honest, I probably am going to clean up a lot of that now I look at it. And then I'm just going to take that hot pink shade and pop it in the inner corner. So that shade Jojo, just pop that in this inner section. Yeah, I like that. Isn't my best work, I will admit, but it's just because I'm under a little bit of a time crunch and I'm kind of panicking a little bit. All I'm really doing is just kind of testing out the shadows, and all the ones that I have tried, massive thumbs up. I definitely feel like Sample Beauty's like sort of products and everything like that have like massively improved as all of the launches go on. She's also got a new palette coming out soon, and by she I mean Chloe because that's the owner's name. She's got the Equalizer Volume 2 palette coming out soon, where she's done like little sneak soles. I'm really excited to see what that will look like. Okay, I'm actually obsessed. This is like a sunset Ibiza realness. I'm going to start by popping some liner on. No wing necessary, but I'm going to pop on the Morphe Ink Felt Tip Liner, just a line along the lash line, just to kind of blend in with the lashes later. My lashes are still slightly curly from this freaking lash lift, so I'm a little bit hesitant to curl them still, but I can just about get falsies on, which is amazing. I did love the lash lift, don't get me wrong, it was incredible. Made my eyes look so much more awake and everything like that, but just for someone who wears false eyelashes like me, it's just a bit of a pain, so I don't think it's a treatment I'll be running to get anytime soon. Now I'm going to pop on a black liner through the waterline. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0. We're going to put that on the upper waterline. Now I'm going to pop in some mascara. This is the Be Perfect Bad Llama Mascara. I've got mascara all over my lid. Great. For falsies, I've got these ones from Oh My Lash. They are in the style Best Life and they look like that, if you can see them. I'm just going to pop these on off camera and I'll be right back. So I've got my lashes on. I also cleaned up that mascara mess on the lid with a cotton bud. Now to prime the skin, I'm taking the Nude by Nature Perfecting Primer. I'm just going to whiz through the base real quick. Popping that on. I love this primer. Feels like super hydrating on the forehead as well. My little line. I'm just going to pull that up and it will actually kind of clean up this mess a little bit. Yes, that looks better, doesn't it? It's more angled. Okay, I much prefer that now. I've just lifted that a little bit. For foundation, I'm taking a one that I haven't used in a while just because I saw it in my drawers when I was picking out the makeup for this video and I thought I haven't used it in ages. They've taken this off Debenhams UK and like a bunch of UK suppliers, but you can get it from a certain website, so I will try and link it down below. But it is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24-hour foundation in the shade Y225. I remember when I got this and I was like obsessed. Like this was like my go-to foundation. So I'm taking it on my Morphe sponge. This is like a very thick, super Painter Full Coverage Foundation. I love it so much. Okay, now I've got a good old splodge on my face. I am just going to blend that into the skin using this Morphe sponge. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, it's not a hickey. I had a spot on my neck and then I put spot gel on it, like when I was doing my skincare routine, and then decided to fake tan, and the spot gel almost like created like a barrier against the fake tan, so I have like a ring around the spot and it looks like a hickey, but it's not. Oh my god, that rhymed. Being a little bit kind of careful when we get to this line, but I'm just going to use a sponge to like carve that out. Yeah, I love that. I love the way that's like pulled out right up towards the temples. It's kind of like the look I had in mind, but like when you first put the shadow on and it's a little bit blurry, it does look a little bit scary. Why do I keep rhyming today? I'm on fire. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out. Then I'm going to cream contour / bronze with the Primark Caramel Concealer Stick, just kind of along the cheekbones. Obviously I can't really go around the temples because of the eyeshadow shape, and like around the tops of the forehead. I'm going to go under the jaw as well. Carve out that double chin, a little bit down my nose. Then I'm going to blend it all out using this So Ava 110 Face Shape Brush, just in little circular motions. I'm actually really like, I want to say digging. Maybe this makeup makes me feel like a cool skater girl or something. But yeah, I'm digging this makeup look. My hair's annoying me, but we're getting it done tomorrow. Yes. So for concealer, I'm going to take the Shop Miss A 808 Studio Concealer in the shade Fair Ivory. This is going where it's always going to go. Just going to take my P. Louise Mirror brush. These brushes like fray a lot, even when I wash them like delicately. I don't know if you find that, but I still use them. But they're still good. Just the ends kind of stick out a bit. Just popping that on my chin. This is a very like full coverage concealer, so you don't need a lot of it. Just kind of like right here, like the middle point of my forehead, and of course under the eyes, but I'm not going to pop on too much. Just kind of stipple that on because I know this concealer goes a long way. I'm just going to start by like stippling that on with a brush before I go in with my sponge. I'm also going to use that to like sharpen this liner. Ooh, yes. Okay, that's literally like just what I envisioned. See, that's what I mean. You just really got to trust that process. I'm just going to blend it out now with the same sponge from earlier, starting with the forehead. My hand was just like, hello. To set the face, I'm going to take this Nude by Nature Translucent Loose Finishing Powder, which is going to go everywhere, I know, but it's okay. We're just going to set this face into place. Can you guys let me know? I would love to hear your feedback if you let me know if you prefer for like palette review videos, because I do a lot of them. If you would prefer in the future for me to just do the palette, like do my base off camera and come back and then talk about the palette. It would make the video shorter and like quicker, but let me know if that's something you would like. I mean, if you're watching this far throughout the video, maybe then you want to see it. I don't know. I'm open to constructive feedback, just not nastiness. Okay. Now I'm going to chuck some bronzer on. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sunglow. It's very well loved. I'm just trying to like use up my kind of products at the moment. Just taking it on a Sigma F25 tapered face brush. My discount code no longer works. They've stopped their affiliate program, which is a bit upsetting, but you can get these brushes from Beauty Bay if you are in the UK, and they are still really good regardless if I'm not on the direct Sigma affiliate program. But I did used to link my code all the time, but that is no longer active, so just as a heads up if you do try to use my Sigma code. Blend up my face, under my cheeks, down the neck, blend that in a bit. The next thing I'm going to take is the Milani Luminoso Powder Blush. I'm just going to pop that on with a Sigma Spotlight Duster brush. Bring that onto my cheeks. Blusher always fades, I find, so I do like to kind of pack it on. Putting it on like the high points of my cheekbones. Then I'm going to set this into place using the MUA Pro Base Fixing Spray. For highlight, I'm going to take the Llama Mascara highlighter powder in the shade Golddust, which looks like this. It's super beautiful. I haven't used this in a while actually. And I'm going to spray my highlighter brush with a little bit of fixing spray just to give it a little bit more of like a almost wet looking highlights. Going into that, I'm going to pack that onto my cheekbones. A little bit on my nose. Down the bridge of the nose, of course the other cheekbone. Now I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. It's a bit wet on my face still actually, so I'm going to start off with the lips. I'm going to take the Peaches Makeup Praline Lipliner, which has like become my new fave lip liner, just seems to work with everything. Lip combo, I'm going to take the Doll Beauty lipstick in the shade My Love, which I am obsessed with. I definitely need to purchase some of these Doll Beauty lipsticks, they're so nice. Like a peachy nude. To finish off this makeup look before the mascara on the lower lash line, I'm taking the Peaches Makeup Cherub Lipgloss. Pop that on. Ever since I had my lips done, I love a bit of gloss, I really do. I'm obsessed with that lip combo. Now I'm just going to do the mascara on the lower lashes just to finish off this look. Now the kind of face is dry a little bit, otherwise the mascara would have more kind of chances of transferring. We finished it. I start work in 8 minutes, so amazing, hats off to me. I'm just going to kind of sort myself out and I'll come back. Okay, I am back and this is the finished makeup look, which I'm absolutely obsessed with and obsessed with this palette. I can't wait to use it more. I have a lot of content coming up on my channel very soon. Make sure you are subscribed. However, do let me know if you want to see a specific look using this palette, like any kind of like colour story, that kind of thing. I'm definitely going to do a look with this kind of like forest green and like the gold shimmer shade. That's given me such kind of like autumnal kind of vibe, so really feeling this. I think this palette is absolutely beautiful, and like I've kind of mentioned a few times throughout the video, I really do feel like Sample Beauty are upping their game with every single palette release, so highly recommend. You can get 10% off Sample Beauty's website with my code, which is shivonmakeupbiz. It is an affiliate code, however I was not paid to make this video and I did buy this palette with my own money, just as a heads up. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please check me out on my social medias, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye!